All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there. I was so bad I wanted to say something else.
And we are going to react to some more Ricky Gervais. And he is talking about
PC culture. We're thinking it's politically correct and not the computer.
the culture of computers.
Let me tell you.
I don't think so. We have enjoyed reacting to Ricky Gervais, and I have been toying with the idea of having her react to the Golden Globes monologue that he gave years ago. He's done a few of them, but there's one that's just hilarious. I don't know if you've seen it. You've probably watched parts of it because I love watching that. But let us know if you want us to react to that. I don't know if copyrights will let us. I'm not sure if you guys are interested because it was an American awards show. Just let us know because it's hilarious. But we're checking out this one today. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you can know wherever our next uploaded videos.
That is the way it's done under the sun. Here we run.
I hope I haven't offended anyone with any of the subject matter in this show.
Oh,
I really do.
absolutely.
It's not the point. But if I have offended anyone, and I'm sure I have, then I don't apologise for it. Because there's a spate of comedians going, oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. Shouldn't have said it then. You're an idiot, right? They bow to this pressure of going, oh, these witch hunts going, are there things you shouldn't make jokes about? No, there's nothing you can't make a joke about. It depends what the joke is. Comedy comes from a good or a bad place. It's contextual. It's like this big debate about swearing. Is swearing okay on television? It depends. Use your common sense and your remote control. Don't write a letter. It's like, be warned, right? If it's a documentary about prisoners on death row, there's probably going to be a bit of language, okay? They've got nothing to lose, right? Whereas I'd complain if it was the news and Trevor McDonald came out and went, oh, me, nasty train crash, right? I go, no, Trev, do it straight. That's the news, mate. That's right. Like if I was watching Antiques Roadshow and Michael Aspel was there with a sweet old 90-year-old man, and he went, well, Albert, this ring your dead wife left you is worth all, and she's made you look a right on telly. Actually, I'd love that. That would be amazing. Best episode ever. No, but what I'm saying is, there's this big thing about, sick jokes. Oh, sick jokes. Oh, sick joke. Thing is, you tell a sick joke with the express understanding that neither party is really like that. I wouldn't tell a sick joke to a known paedophile. I wouldn't go, here, mate, you are going to love this more than anyone, son. Right? Do you see my point? Right? And I've never been in trouble for anything I've said because I don't care what people think and I refuse to apologise for it. I mean, growing up, I always used to sort of like, you know, test the boundaries a little bit and try and get people to laugh at things they thought they shouldn't. I remember when I wasn't a kid, I was about 25. Me and my girlfriend had met this other couple. They'd moved down from the north, okay? And they used to come in the place where I used to work, and we had a couple of drinks with them. And then one day they invited us to a party, and we went along. And one, it was a dinner party. They hadn't warned us about that. But two, it was with their parents, both sets of parents, their grandparents, and some great aunts and uncles that had come down from the north to see how they were getting on. So average age of about 85, right? And I think we were an afterthought. They thought, oh, we got no one there our own age. Oh, what, Ricky and Jane, invite them. So I came along, and we're still sort of getting to know them. And as I say, I always just do, muck around and make up jokes and see if I could, us Brits, we use humour all the time. Two Brits meet, and it's the first one to get a gag out, okay? Whether it's irony, satire, silliness, we use it as a sword and a shield and a medicine, but mostly as a getting to know you. Are you like-minded, okay? So I told this joke. I started off lightly, in case they didn't like that sort of thing. I said, why did the little girl fall off the swing? Because she had no arms. Yeah, right? Okay, sweet. And they laughed. A little bit louder than that. There was only two of them, so thanks, right? So I thought, okay, they get it. They like that sort of thing. And, you up the ante a little bit. And I told this joke. Oh, okay. Then we have a little drink. Start the car? Right.
That bad.
I told this joke. I made sure the old people couldn't hear. Right. Father, sitting at home, reading the paper. His little girl comes running in. She's only 6. Hello, dear. Hello, Daddy. What have you been doing then? Been playing in the park. Oh, with your friends? Yeah, until the man came along. Until the man came along? Yeah, a man came along and he asked my friends to leave, so it's just me and him. Oh. Darling, come over here. Come here, darling. Whatever happened, none of it was your fault, okay? But tell Daddy every detail. What happened, darling? What happened? He took me behind a wall so no one could see what we were doing. Oh, God, darling, and then what happened? He took my dress off. Oh, God, darling, what happened then? What happened then? He took his thing out. Oh, God, what happened then, darling? Nothing, that was it. Oh, we'll make something up.
Oh, man. That is a good joke.
Don't tell anyone that. I want it to be a surprise. So I told that joke, and I carried on. We're getting a bit drunk, and I'm telling more jokes. Eventually, we sat down about 9:45. They'd put two sort of kitchen tables together, and the host sat at either end, and they sat me in the middle, opposite this very sweet but very deaf sort of 80-year-old man. So the conversation was a bit stilted. And after about 20 minutes, Ian, one of the hosts, pipes up and says, "Oh, tell that joke." What? And all the old people go, "Oh, we love jokes." Do you?
We'll find out.
I looked at Ian, he went, "It'll be fine." I went, "Okay." And he sort of got on with his conversation. I went, "Oh, they're all like that. They're all sweet old faces." I went, father, sitting at home reading the paper, his little girl comes back, told the whole joke, got to the bit, "We'll make something up." And they went, silence. I looked at Ian, he went, "Not that one." Thanks very much, you've been fantastic. Good night.
Oh,
Cheers.
Man. Yes. It's gotta come out for home. Wow.
That one.
Why wouldn't you tell that one again? That's hilarious. That was bad at the first time.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I should just say, not a lot of science. But then, if you've come here to revise for your thesis, you're f***ed, to be honest. I should have called it an investigation into the rational and non-rational, because we imposed sort of scientific method on a few. We busted a few myths, remember? Fat birds losing weight and looking at... Remember that one? We did that. And we looked at a few things you may or may not believe in. Religion or racism, homophobia, two things I've never been a part of because they're born of ignorance and fear. And it's fear that I think threatens rational thought more than anything. I've always considered myself a sort of liberal, rational sort of bloke. And then after 9/11, the world went a bit crazy. Understandably, the rules suddenly changed and there was a lot of anger and fear and finger-pointing and hysteria, and I still try to remain rational in it all. I'd be in the pub with friends, and I'd be going, "No, you can't say that. That's a generalisation. Oh, you just read that. No, you don't. That's not true. That's a received wisdom. That's not... No, you can't tar everyone with the same brush. No, it's still the safest form of transport. It's 16 million to 1. Trying to remain rational. That's in a pub. When I'm flying, it's more like, check him again. Can we? What the fuck? What? He's getting on my... Can I check him? Can I check him?
I was going to say, when he first said, I've never been a part of that, and I'm thinking, well, as much as it's wonderful to think that, sometimes you unconsciously are and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
I was in an explicit bias course, and that was the most interesting class I've ever taken, and shows that every single person, no matter where you are from, no matter what race you are, no matter what ethnicity, culture, religion, everybody has biases and judgments, and it's just is what it is, but it's recognizing them and changing them.
And I'm sure what he means is he's saying, I am not a full-out racist, I'm not full-out homophobic. Sure. But yes, I completely agree with you, and It's really not important if people don't agree with that as far as how I carry my life and go forward. But if anyone was like, no, that's not true. I don't have one racist bone in my body. Don't believe you.
Yeah.
Because whether it's racism or prejudgments, which if you're prejudging a race, creed, group, whatever, it's kind of racism, then it's just not true. It's just not true. And sometimes it's good to have a prejudgment. And the most basic thing would be, you have this huge group of motorcycle, bikers at your door pound on it. Where's your dad? Where's your dad? As a kid, you're going to make a prejudgment. I'm not going to answer that door. I'm not going to open that. Now, they might be there just because your dad left a check on the floor and they want to come bring it to you and they're the nicest guys ever. But you're going to make that judgment like, not going to answer that door. But anyways, I completely agree with you. But that joke, as wrong as it was, as if you took that in real life, as messed up as that is, the big joke, still hilarious. Because again, comedy, and I agree with them, nothing is off limits. I really agree. But if you go to a comedy show blind, not knowing who that comic is, and you think it's going to be a nice, wholesome time, and you bring the kiddies, or
you're right. You need to know where you're going, and if they're, like he said, do we vibe the same way? Because some of his jokes I enjoy. That joke, I just didn't find funny, and it just is what it is.
And I know you're not going to like it because I think you have a hard time seeing past what it's based off of.
I think so.
But understanding that he's trying to get a reaction, he's trying to elicit a response. Yes. Him himself saying, this is a doozy, or whatever word he used, that's the difference. But we all have our different likes. I mean, this is the guy who edits all the F-bombs out of the videos, probably for the minority of the people who don't want to hear those. And the majority of people say, we don't care, stop doing that. We're adults, we can handle it. It's just a choice that I make. Obviously, I'm listening to it because I'm reacting to it live, and those are that, this or that. It's a choice that I make. And, we're all different in different ways, but I thought the joke was funny. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.